What is up, dudes? It's the Pro Wrestling Planet podcast. It is November 2nd, 2022. It's a Wednesday night, and
you know what that means.
I pointed in the right direction. I pointed the right direction for the first time because it's all opposite. It's opposite day, but no, it's me. It's the brand. It's Big Vito T. We're here to talk the AEW Dynamite. Big Vito T, my man, what is up?
Brand, what's up, man? I love Wednesdays. Sarah, listen. Sarah, tell you how much I love Wednesdays.
We love Wednesdays.
Well, I love Wednesdays.
How was it's trash day, right?
It is trash day, yeah.
You made sure to get the can
trash
out,
day.
Right?
Yep, trash day, early release day, Dynamite day. It's a great day, man. Yep.
I don't think there's any bigger failure than not dragging the trash out to the curb and the guy forgetting it.
Double up trash. No, you don't want none of that.
Which back in the day, I mean, call me crazy, call me kooky, call me wacky, but
all those.
Right. I mean, when I was like a teenager, I remember the trash guy, even when we didn't have it out, our trash guy was nice enough to like go grab it because it was like only a few steps away. They don't do that.
Now they have that machine. Now they got the giant claw that comes out and grabs the can. So they don't even get out of the truck anymore.
Right.
These guys shouldn't even be paid the same.
They won't even do it at all. Not the guy I have here now. It's like if it's not out in the curb, they are not touching it.
No.
They will not grab it. But
I gotta say something.
Stay it up.
The first match, I know you start these the first match.
No,
I want to say Tony Khan, I've said this before, and it starts right here. Tony Khan always starts the show right off with a match. Right off. He doesn't do the 20-minute
talking.
Crazy thing in the beginning that sets up 4 matches later. You don't do that. I love that, dude. I love that. Anyway.
It is nice to have that. Also, not to foreshadow, but there really wasn't anything like that on this show at all. It was pretty much all matches. I don't think they really did one like drawn out like talking segment at all.
One more thing to fluff up Tony Khan's ass. He doesn't do disqualifications. I was watching a match tonight, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be. He's gonna get. I was like, oh wait, I'm watching AEW. There's not gonna be a disqualification.
Very rarely.
Ref's gonna get him down. Ref's gonna get him down. He's gonna go out. Match is gonna finish quite nicely. Yeah. I think there's been like 1 or 2 no contests, no disqualifications in AEW. Not because there's no rules or whatever, but.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, you want to see a finish. You don't want to have people. I think if you were to poll random wrestling fans over the last 20 years or so, that would probably be one of the chief complaints is disqualifications, like if you're going to take the time to watch a match. Now, it does happen every so often, but.
I think between no contests and, countouts, there's been less than 10 in the history of AEW.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that between no contests and countouts, a match is finished in a submission or a knockout or pinfall less than 10 times.
It's a good way to differentiate yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I agree with it.
I'm not going to say there's lots of distractions and underhanded stuff that happens all the time.
Right.
It just doesn't go to disqualification. And I appreciate that.
That's kind of the double-edged sword, though, because people will take that the other way and run with it and say, oh, well, if there's no rules ever, and, you know, if people can just always break the rules, then they don't matter, then that takes us out of the show anyway. So, I mean, you just can't please all the people all the time.
If the ref's not working, if the ref's not looking, I know the business. Come on. I mean, we're talking, we're hearing this from Ref Stevens now, you know.
Right.
I've missed some stuff, you know. I've been yelled at. Anyway.
It happens from time to time.
Yeah.
You know, we're only human.
You know, the show starts off with a song that I really like. What's your thoughts on Darby's song?
Oh, Darby's song is great.
Yeah, I really like it.
In fact, my guitars are, I could probably figure it out real quick, but yeah, no, I know how to play it. It's, pretty sure it's in like the key of A. It's a lot of A. A is the main chord in it.
It sounds like a Metallica song.
It's actually like a real song. It's not like it was his, you know what I mean? But it's someone super like underground and low key. I don't even know who it is. But like, you know, my kids like it, you know?
Yeah.
My kids have it like on their playlists, you know? I'll be like walking to the bathroom or something, and, you know, I could hear music blaring out of my teenage daughter's room, and it's the Darby Allin theme, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe I did something good in life, you know? She's all about the theme songs, always has been.
It's called I Fell by the Wicca Phase Springs Eternal.
Say that 3 times fast.
Wicca Phase Springs Eternal. I'm just going to get it out once.
All right. Yeah, so check it out. It's on Spotify and stuff. You can add it to your collection and jam it out.
When I hear it, it gets me going.
And oddly enough, also, just kind of while we're on the subject real quick, there's not a proper version of the MJF thing on Spotify. You know that?
I did not know that.
There's not a proper version. The version on it has like lyrics, like rap lyrics, you know?
Huh.
It's
I'm gonna have to look into that.
It's not like the one that they use on TV.
Weird.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
It's like the guy, that's like the rapper is singing the better than you. Never heard that?
No, I gotta
and
look that up.
You know it, I'm much better than you. He like sings it out.
No, I'm gonna look that up though.
Yeah, dude, it's
oh my gosh.
It's pretty slapping.
Oh man, I'm looking that up when I get off.
That's the only version you can hear on Spotify. But yes, this show, Big Vito T, my man, it starts with Jay Lethal versus Darby Allin. Pretty dang good match. They did a lot of stuff, you know. Jay Lethal does the figure 4 under the railing. Loved that part. And just in general, you know, if Darby Allin's selling, I'm buying, brother.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
The beginning started weird for me. How he did it quick start, and the homies didn't come out.
Right.
And there was like the weakness, you know. I thought the weakness were the ribs, you know.
Right.
So I was like, okay, the weakness, the ribs, cool. Attack the ribs.
Right. So they did this whole thing. Yeah, that was kind of the story of the match, is that, you know, Jay Lethal was promised to bring someone from Darby's past to, well, you know, to help bring the chickens home to roost or whatever.
Yeah, and some weakness. And I was like, okay, cool, weakness.
This turned out. Now, the only other spot I really want to mention that stuck out, of course, great Darby Allin selling throughout, but the thing where he bounced off of Satnam Singh,
Dude.
like a la Rey Mysterio lawn dart,
Dude,
1996.
I wrote that down too.
Nice.
I love, first of all, that dive that he does where it's like not even a tope. It's just like a bullet. He just turns himself into a ball and throws himself through the ropes.
It's like a Sonic the Hedgehog move almost.
Yeah.
Kind of like
yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Or like when
he
the guy
bounced.
what was that, Raiden in Mortal Kombat 1, where he like would do that thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He bounced off Satnam Singh.
Yeah.
Satnam didn't even move. He bounced right off of them.
You know,
oh man, that was funny.
I was like, okay, you're gonna have him out there do a cool spot like that, and I am down for that.
All right,
but this
goes
off
the
freaking
injection,
rails,
dude.
Vito. It goes off the
injection.
rails.
I hated it. I hate the lethal injection. I'm tired of it. Before we go crazy on this, I hate the lethal injection. I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
Because it's not. It's too much. I can't take the lethal injection. It's the setup is too much. He's got to change it. He's been doing it for years. People are not. He needs to change the move. It's the only finisher he's got too. The figure four, he doesn't do it always. Now I've said my piece on lethal injection.
Jay Lethal, you need a new finish.
Yes.
Too many people are doing the elbow drop. Maybe he can go back to that, like in the Black Machismo days.
Yeah.
You know?
There we go. He hits that elbow drop sometimes. Finish with that. I hate the lethal injection. Anyway.
Well,
Tony Schiavone sold this.
This goes off the rails here. Cool match, but then, Lethal hits the lethal injection, wins after a Sting impersonator shows up. We all, most of us knew it wasn't really Sting anyway. This was very WCW 97 here as well. With the impersonator, this ends up being a guy named Cole Carter, which no one had any idea who he was.
It's the dude from the factory. He just joined the factory a couple months ago.
Well, the crowd did not have a clue, and it was like dead silent.
Yeah. Tony Schiavone, is that Sting? How could he? Wait, is that? Hold on a second.
Still fooled.
Sting?
Still fooled by the same gag 25 years later.
It's like, come
Tony
on,
Schiavone.
Don't try too hard to sell us on that being Sting.
And Vito, there's just really no other easy way to say it. After this, we get the real run in, I suppose.
The weakness, I guess.
Jeff Jarrett.
Choke on that, slap nuts.
Jeff fucking Jarrett. Excuse my language.
Man. Dude, what? What was all that crap he was rambling about?
Apparently, Jeff Jarrett is there, and apparently Jeff Jarrett is aiming for the 4 pillars of AEW, is what I gathered from it. Because he said something about 4 body bags or something, or he had 4 graves to dig, and Darby's was the first. So I think that means he's going after the 4 pillars.
So MJF, Sammy Guevara, and Britt Baker? Oh, no, not Britt Baker, sorry, Jungle Boy?
Jungle Boy, I guess.
Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara, and MJF.
Yes.
Those
I could have translated that wrong, because it was a lot of stuff. He was, doing his best to
hold on.
To get himself over.
There will be full body bags.
Full body bags. Okay.
Full body bags.
Okay. Well, I think my idea might be cooler, but hey. We have Jeff Jarrett in AEW. Vito, I mean, what do you think of this, man? As a guy that's watched since day one, do we need Jeff Jarrett here? Is this going to make it? I think it's going to make it like seem too impacty.
I like Jeff Jarrett. I've always liked Jeff Jarrett, and I'm okay with Jeff Jarrett on my television.
Okay.
And this heel Jeff Jarrett is nice for me. I think Tony will keep him on a short leash because it's Tony's leash.
I don't know, man. The promo and the whole debut made it seem like he was going to be a big part of things, and that kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, just because, and I mean, no disrespect to Jeff Jarrett. I like Jeff Jarrett. Been watching Jeff Jarrett since 93 or whatever, right? Since I was like 8 years old. But like, and just like I said, it feels, when I saw him there tonight, it just felt like, oh my God, this is TNA 2005 or whatever, 2004, whatever, but this is just, and I was just like, man, I don't know if they need this, you know what I mean? I don't know if they need to do this. Why did they do this? I don't feel that. It's so weird because when Jarrett did his few things that he did in WWE recently, didn't feel like that. When he's on WWE screen, he seems totally different. But
he's just, because when you see him on WWE screens, he's Jeff Jarrett. He's JERRJETT.
I guess
and the rest of the letters.
I guess I could agree with that.
Now,
but here it's like he's that impact.
Indie Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Have you seen him on the indies at all? He's like I don't know. He's Jeff Jarrett, just regular old, like, I used to own a wrestling company, Jeff Jarrett. So I don't know.
And then they had to hit the TNA music that he had, just to even further remind you. You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, they played his old TNA theme song at the end.
Oh, I didn't hear it. No, that's crazy.
I don't know. I did a really bad impression of it. But you know what I'm talking about, Vito.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, shoot. That match went 9:05, by the way.
Well, arguably, probably the best 9:05 on the show, actually, when I'm looking at these other matches, but we'll get to that. We got a Mox interview. It was an okay promo. His match is up next. Then we got another Elite vignette.
What? No, we just saw a reminder that the Lucha Brothers are the first ever Trios Championships.
Oh, okay. That's what that was.
Yeah, it showed nobody else. Okay. It just showed that the Lucha Bros were the first ever Trios Champions.
Right. But it did delete, though. Anyway.
What?
Something was deleted beforehand.
I'm
not sure
don't
what that
remember.
was.
I don't remember anything. I can't remember. I can't remember anything. The only thing I remember are the nightmares that I wake up in the middle of the night crying and I have to drink a warm glass of milk to put myself back to sleep. Man. Anyway. Hey, Brandon Cutler was wrestling on Dark Elevation.
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah. He wrestled against, and it was goofy Brandon Cutler, too. With the spray cans and face cover and everything. He lost to Dante Martin.
Well, it's good they put Dante Martin over.
Yeah, he's going to be in that Eliminator match for the world title.
Oh, the Eliminator tournament? What the hell is that?
Yeah. You know.
So they do
That's another thing.
they do a whole tournament, and then the winner of the tournament gets an eliminator match. Is that the idea?
Is that the idea?
Or
I hope not.
or is every match in
Oh,
the
I'll be
tournament
pissed
an
if that's the
eliminator
idea.
match?
Yes, let's hope that. Let's just hope that's the idea. If they don't, dude.
So Moxley's gonna wrestle like 12 dudes?
No,
Doesn't make
they're
sense.
having a tournament to who's gonna go against Moxley.
Yeah. In
Yeah,
an
the
eliminator
future.
match.
I swear to God, if that's the thing, I'm gonna be so mad.
Or
We're already having one of those right now. I'm about to complain about that in a couple minutes.
I don't know. I'm confused. We get the Lee Moriarty versus Mox match. Ethan Page is on commentary.
And what is that?
I miss this, Vito. Take me through it.
It's an eliminator match.
Oh, so this was also an eliminator match.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a stupid freaking match. You know what? Eventually, one of these guys have to win one of these, right?
Yeah,
They have to win one
for sure.
somehow. For this stipulation to mean anything, one of these guys have to win one of these matches.
Well, one of the women won one recently, a couple months ago with Thunder Rosa, right? Someone.
Yeah, not on TV. The Japanese girl won over in Japan, beat Thunder Rosa.
Right. So yeah, you're saying a winner has to actually happen on like Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway,
that's a fair take.
I just don't like these matches. Anyway,
I'm assuming Moxley went over, but I don't know. I literally missed the whole thing.
Yeah, it was a lot of good moves. There was a move that I really liked in the beginning called neck chantry to overhand throw is what Excalibur called it. It was quite nice. It was a quite nice move. Ethan Page was on commentary. I like
I did
Ethan
catch
Page
that part.
lot.
Yeah. I think he's got some stuff.
Another pet peeve of mine, John Moxley came out first. Not a fan of that.
Oh yeah, I don't like that. Well, I mean, it's fine if it's not a title match, I think.
Well, hold on.
But yeah.
Is it a title match? There was a title on the line. There was a elimination or eliminator. That's a type of title.
Yeah, suppose.
Anyway, who knows what that thing is? No, it was a impact match. There was a move after move after move, kept on going. There was a time where Moriarty was on his back and Mox was leaning over him, and he caught Mox's arm in between his 2 feet and did like an arm breaker move in between it. Caught his arm at either side of his elbow and did like a twist thing. Very weird.
Oh wow.
But when he got up from that, he got hit with a cutter. So hey, whatever.
Yeah.
So then something happened that I don't know if I have a big problem with it, but what do you think about Moxley Moriarty hit Mox with a big suplex, release suplex. Mox no-sold it, did the whole Hulk up thing. And then Mox hit Moriarty with the suplex, release, Moriarty no-sold it, Hulk up thing. What's your thoughts on that little situation?
Well, I mean, I guess it just kind of depends the context of the match, but I hate kind of no selling and stuff like that in general.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one thing if you have a reason to do it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the no selling suplex things, and especially Lee Moriarty. He's not a Hulk up guy. I mean, Mox is because he's nuts. But anyway,
Daniel's been doing that spot too, the Hulk up.
Yeah, but no, Mox wins with a cross arm breaker, which I love because he wins with so many different moves. Right. That's what I like about Moxley. That's what I like about all the guys in the Blackpool Combat Club. If you notice, none of them win with the same move over and over again. They all win with multiple moves. So,
You could
Then,
just, besides Yuta, you could just rename the BCC like the disgruntled ex-WWE employees group, because that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what it is. And
yeah,
that they probably all do that on purpose because they were just told for so many years that they had to end their matches a certain way. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's like an FU to the old office, I think.
And then post match, we got All Ego coming down and giving Mox the big boot right in the old kisser.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and that match went 10:09.
Pow, right in the kisser.
Right in the kisser.
So, Vito T, my man, tell me this. Now, do you know the stance that Tony Khan has as far as cruiserweights go and like having a cruiserweight division? Have you ever read anything or heard him say anything about this?
Actually, I heard it brought up tonight during the Samoa Joe and Cage match that there are no weight classes in
Right.
AEW.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that says it right there. I mean, I didn't really think about it until tonight when Shivani said that.
Well, that's just the reason why I asked that is just thinking about a guy like Lee Moriarty, and not to get into like a huge thing about it, but he's definitely got some talent. If AEW had like not to introduce another belt, but if they but if they had a cruiserweight division, he's someone that I think could do really well in it. Be a big part of it. I don't know.
The Mid Atlantic is looking like the smaller guy title.
I don't know, kinda, I guess.
I mean, without saying,
you go from PAC to OC.
And I mean, spoilers from Who's Later, but I'm not gonna say Who's Later, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to it. No, I was just,
anyway,
just wanted to pose.
They don't have a weight class, but you can see who's getting the titles and who's been running with them. So, just saying.
No, it's a thing. Whatever. It's not their thing. They decided not to introduce it. I just thought it would be interesting to, if there ever is a wrestling company that actually like really pays attention to that stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like,
yeah,
you're strict about the weight classes, but you can still have matches between the classes. It happens all the time, right? You have like a light heavyweight or, like a flyweight.
Which doesn't Japan, what's the never open weight? I don't know what the rules of that one is.
Right. That's probably kind of that deal. So I don't know.
I could be wrong on that. It just makes sense.
It'd be neat, but it's probably just too much to try to keep up with, I imagine.
Did you watch the next part?
Was this the daddy ass B-Day celebration?
No, it was Renee and Saraya.
Oh, okay. Take me through it.
Renee and Saraya sitting down. It was supposed to be with Britt Baker, but she said no.
The sit down interview. Yeah. Okay, how did this go? So Britt shows.
So Britt no shows. Saraya says, I came here to, check this place out because I wanted to work here. It looked cool. All my friends work here, And she said, excuse me. She said, I just want to, sit down with Britt and da-da-da. She goes, I've been in this business for all these such and such years. I got hit by a car and wrestled later that day. I was like, holy crap, she wrestled a car and a human in the same day. How gangster is that? And she goes, well, and Renee asked her, now I got to get to the hard question. You've had all these injuries. And then she listed them. She's like, you had like spinal fluid on your spine and all this stuff. I'm like, geez.
Ooh.
And she goes, what have the doctors said? Are you clear? Can you wrestle? And Saraya's like, before I say anything, I gotta consult one more doctor. And I was like, ooh, ominous. I think she's talking about the teeth problems she has.
Oh, yeah.
Then there was one more thing before the daddy ass thing. It was Tony and Regal were backstage. Regal said something about he was talking about MJF, and he said um, something about what he said last week. He's almost ready to be a villain. Um, yeah, he's got something about enough to have him beat a real demon like John Moxley, almost enough to be a good villain. And I was like, I thought we weren't really going for that. Are we really going for villain? I
You
just got
know,
confused.
I heard the idea posed on some podcast I was listening to the other day or something I was watching. The idea was posed of possibly a Regal turn. What would you think of this? Is that where this is headed?
Regal turns on the BCC and joins up with MJF.
Right. What would you think of that?
I would be mostly confused, but a little uncomfortable. I think
Sounds Russo-esque at this point,
it
but
does.
it would be
It doesn't sound
interesting.
likely to me, but because MJF needs to take a face, stone cold face turn movement, which he's doing a good job at going. Didn't have him on the show tonight, which I liked. So, spoiler, we're not going to talk about MJF tonight.
You know,
I mean, we are right now, but
I was going to mention that at the end, but since you brought it up now, I'll talk about it now. Did not like that. I did not like that at all, that he wasn't on the show.
Why?
I think it's a huge mistake. Imagine Austin missing a Raw on the way to WrestleMania 14. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why have your most over dude not on your show? Doesn't make any sense to me at all. I know he's trying to sell the angle.
Last week, I think after last week, he not deserved as a person, but it was all right to have a week off. I didn't think. I don't know. I was all right with it.
I mean,
cool off.
They're selling the angle, which I think I get that argument. He's selling the beatdown. So you can kind of get away with it. But then also the other guy on my shoulder says, you know what? Like, just what I just said, just imagine Austin missing one of those Raws leading up to Mania 14 and him winning the title. Like, it's a complete stall of momentum, I think. Have him miss a Rampage or two or something, but, come on, man. You got to have him on Dynamite. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah, I see that.
I don't know. I was kind of mad about it. But then we go to the Daddy Ass B-Day celebration, right?
Which I enjoyed.
This was a fun segment. Speaking of Attitude Era type stuff, this all kind of harkens back to it. Just basically anything to do with the Acclaimed. It's just very DX-esque. And I don't know if it's just because Billy Gunn's there with them or what, but that's just what it reminds me of. But it's fun. Yeah. It's great.
The only part that was kind of a lull for me was him going out in the audience and getting a gift. That part was just kind of lull for me.
Yeah, yeah.
But the rest of it was pretty funny. Time. Like them saying that they tried to get other people to come, but they're mad that he didn't come to the reunion. That was funny.
Yes, a good line. And, Billy selling the hand injury from the Swerve thing.
That was great.
Swerve, I guess, cut his hands with scissors or something. I don't know exactly what happened. I saw the vignette.
Yeah, Swerve broke his fingers.
It was a really good. I really liked that.
Yeah.
I did not watch Rampage, but I saw someone post that online, and I was like, that's a really crazy ass wrestling angle. I like it.
They gave him the greatest daddy award.
Yes. And then they tried to be adopted officially by him.
Yeah.
But they were interrupted by his real kids.
His real adopted sons. Oh, his real sons.
The real kids always got to come in and ruin it. And so, yeah, they interrupt it, and this is all set up for Morrissey to jump them. But then FTR makes the save. Pretty much how that all went down.
Okay, when FCR's music hit, did you see the guy the camera panned to in the audience?
No, I didn't.
It was like a dead ringer for Dax.
Oh,
was
okay.
It Dax Harwood?
Oh,
yeah,
I think like I did see that guy.
Dax. It was bald with the mustache.
Yes.
Oh, man. Oh, I laughed so hard. I was like, whoa, wait, what? Oh, okay. Weird. Yeah.
It's cool.
I thought it was really weird.
It's cool that AEW actually, like, you know, will play into stuff like that.
Yeah.
And not like WWE, who won't show, like, the guy dressed as Hulk Hogan in the front row or whatever, you know. I remember that happening a few years back.
Yeah.
So this is neat. You know, we find out later that they all are going to end up in an 8-man tag, which we just love so much.
I hate him.
Then we get Jericho and mystery opponent, former Ring of Honor champ, which turns out to be Colt freaking Cabana. Did I skip something?
We get a small thing first that kind of bugged me a little bit.
Okay.
We get Britt Baker saying that she's not going to jump when Saraya says to jump. She don't like Renee and Saraya talking to her like that.
Okay.
Then she says that her and Jamie Hayter are the best tag team, women's tag team in AEW. And they won a wrestling match. I'm like, hold on a second. Hold on. How is that a thing? How do you think you're the best tag team in AEW? I'm like, oh my goodness. So, then
we better not be getting women's tag titles, Tony. Don't do it.
So then I'm thinking, oh sweet, it's going to be an open challenge, and it's going to be someone and Saraya. This is going to be sweet. And just going to say it, later on they show a graphic. It's Madison Rain in sky blue. I'm like, come on. What? You're just feeding them? Anyway. Now we go on to Jericho.
It might be smarter to do a tag, but what's her name is going to be in a different match at the pay-per-view. So that, you know, I don't think that's where they're going unless Britt teams with someone else, but we'll see.
Oh no, their match is going to be at the pay-per-view.
Right. Well, we get Jericho and Cabana. Colt freaking Cabana comes out, almost bawls tears as he's walking down the entranceway. Okay. And the crowd feels this moment too, and he gets a welcome back chant.
Well, yesterday I see a video that says CM Punk done with wrestling. Today I watched CM Punk's worst enemy in wrestling come out for a Ring of Honor World Championship shot. I'm like, whoa, shit's happening, gears are turning. First, Jericho wanted to wrestle Lamar Jackson.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Lamar Jackson in the house.
So
he was my quarterback last year.
How did he do?
You know, I did all right. I think he was hurt a lot of the year last year, and it kind of screwed me. I didn't win the championship. I know that.
And so I'm wondering, question to you, did they change Jericho's challenge to bring Colt in? Because it was world champion, and then he changed it to pure women's
any
tag
champion.
Team. Yeah, because Colt Cabana was a tag team champion, not a world champion.
Well, maybe not specifically, but it just, you know, I think it opens things up a whole lot more. Since there's only so many world champions still available, and
that's true.
That they were able to get. It's probably just out of necessity, I'd imagine.
That's true. They're And that list we're looking at was getting kind of low.
Yes, yeah. We were
Because
trying
we
to
looked
dig.
we looked at the list last
Yeah,
week.
yeah. You're digging names up like, oh no, maybe Jimmy Rave. Oh yeah, he's dead. So yeah, it's just.
I had a feeling. I didn't look this up, but had a feeling of it. Colt Cabana. They were saying he was the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion 2 times, right?
Yeah.
That's what got him into this match. You know who he won the Tag Team Championships twice with in Ring of Honor?
CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that some shit? CM Punk.
You know, it's funny how the internet wrestling world works, because it's like I've seen clickbait articles with both things. You know, I mean, I've seen clickbait articles this week about how Punk is done with wrestling forever, and then also clickbait articles about CM Punk actually has wrestling bug and wants to still wrestle or something. I'm like, dude, you people can't make up your minds from one day to the next what these stories are.
Yeah, someone on the Twitter posted a question that said, what's the one thing about wrestling that you would change? And I put fans / internet or social media.
Yeah.
Fans / social media. It's
Right.
the one thing that brings wrestling down.
Because the dirt sheets were one thing before, but then social media spreads it all in a different way and puts a whole new spin on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it's like if you got online to a sheet, you know, who's it gonna, you know, who are you gonna tell besides like your inner circle or whatever?
Yeah. Whoever's back at you on Monday morning after pay-per-view or Tuesday morning after a Raw.
Just your wrestling fan friends, you know, are the only people that care at all. So, you know, but then you get social media in there, you're blasting it out to the world, and it gets retweeted by a million people, and that's a whole nother subject. Though we could probably do a whole show on the social media impact on wrestling.
Yeah.
And the dirt sheets and all that.
Didn't he?
You know, this was decent. There was some rough stuff in there, but you know,
there's some, but he looked good, like body wise.
Yeah.
He looked in shape. Yeah.
No, definitely better than the last time we saw him in the Dark Order, I think. Yeah.
His facial features were on point. He had a good intensity about him. I liked Colt tonight. He was good tonight.
It was interesting. He was just kind of like Ring of Honor Colt Cabana too, from what I gathered. It wasn't like it was like he had completely dropped the Dark Order stuff. So interesting.
He had the boom boom tights on. There was no purple in the tights anywhere.
Right, exactly. Yes, it was total Ring of Honor Colt.
Yeah. That spill from the top, that was scary, man.
When he did the tope, not the tope, but the thing to the outside. Is that what you're talking about?
He was going for one of his moves. I think it's a fireman's carry flip or something like that he does, but Jericho was like off centered, and he like leaned too far forward and kind of like just dumped on the outside, dumped them both. It was ugly.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where there was some rough work, was a little rough here, but I don't know. I'm happy for Colt Cabana, I suppose.
Me too.
But it's going to be interesting. See how this all pans out, especially if I'm right and this all ends up being a freaking masterwork in the end.
Jericho looked tired.
Dude, see, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, dude. Pro, we don't get MJF, but we gotta love Chris Jericho, man. No disrespect, but We got to sit through this Jericho Cabana match. We don't get MJF. Come on.
And it
He
was
needs a
in this
break.
match that we got the Taz special line. Split up the old yam bag.
Yam bags. He needs to start selling shirts that say Yam Bag City or something on there.
Yep.
That'd be
No
nice.
yam bag city tonight. He just said split up the old yam bag. He was talking about Colt's yam bag tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, there
What do
you
you
go.
think about the Billy Goat curse? What do you think about that move? I know you've seen it more because you're a Ring of Honor guy more, but the reverse walls of Jericho, that thing's weird.
Well, you know.
That's a weird move, man.
Scotty freaking Goldman.
Scotty freaking Goldman.
Or wait, Scott Colton, or whatever the hell his name is.
A bunch of those.
Yeah, they're listing him out at the police report. Colt Cabana, a.k.a. Scotty Goldman, a.k.a.
And
But,
it ended with a shitty ass code breaker. Probably the worst code breaker I've ever seen.
like I said, this whole match was rough. How long did it go, though?
8:14.
8:14, we'll see.
Anyway,
A little bit on the
another
shorter
problem
side.
Another problem I have is it ended with a brawl out between guess who? Okay, hold on. Let's just close our eyes and imagine there's two groups in AEW who are brawling. Let's throw a dart at a board with two groups from AEW that are brawling. Who are they? Fucking Jazz and the BCC. They're never gonna stop.
Jazz and BCC.
Jeez, man.
Jericho tries to attack Riccaboni, puts his glasses on while he's being held, and Claudio makes the save. So this has got to be the pay-per-view match, you think?
Which one?
The rematch?
Jericho versus Claudio.
Jericho-Claudio, yeah.
For the Ring of Honor pay-per-view?
Well, no, for
Final battle?
At Full Gear.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That seems like it's where they're going to me, but I could be wrong.
I'm just sick of the Jazz and the BCC.
You're
They've been
sick
doing
of them?
it for fucking ever. Forever they've been doing it.
Now you're sick of them. You're sick of them feuding with each other.
Yes.
Not like sick of them as a whole.
Separately, they're great.
Okay.
But the feuding where both groups are just brawling at the same time, I'm so tired of it. How long ago was Anarchy in the Arena?
Yeah. True. That was a fun match.
It was. But how long ago was it?
Got to go back and revisit that. Oh, and I was telling you how I was revisiting that All Out show from last year, and it made me think, where the hell is Miro? That show started with Miro, Eddie Kingston, and that match was great.
May. Anarchy in the Arena was in May.
So literally 6 months.
6 months these guys been doing, and that wasn't when they started. So probably
Jesus.
7 months. They've been doing this for 7 months. It's over. Let it go, man.
We're done with this.
It's over, Tony. Let's break it off now. Ugh. One thing I thought of, though, especially with Jarrett coming out, I was going to mention this earlier, but something else popped up. With Jarrett bringing that little faction up, Cole Carter, Jay Lethal, Sanjay and Satnam, and wasn't there another one there? I don't know. Maybe there's another one.
No, there was the three, and then Jarrett and Cole Carter. So now they're a 5
Okay,
piece,
yeah.
apparently.
So that's another faction in AEW. I'm wondering if there's building to like a faction war. like a Survivor Series type thing.
They could do that.
Yeah, because I mean, how many factions are there now in AEW? At least 4-man teams.
Bro, factions have always been a thing in this company,
Yeah, I
right?
know,
I
but they're
mean,
growing more and more
you think even more than
lately.
before?
Embassy,
Oh, yeah, you got all the Ring of
uh,
Honor, yeah.
Pinnacle just came back together with new members.
Right.
Uh, Jared's team just came up, the Truth Busters. There's 4 people on that team.
Okay.
I mean, just saying.
Yeah.
The Firm.
Gosh, I hate that. I hate that name.
Clarence Mason's got quite a big team up in there.
I hate that name, but that's another story for another day. We get a Death Triangle promo. Pac's trying to convince Phoenix to use the hammer. He wants them to bring the hammer down.
Bring the hammer down.
On these guys.
It's hammer time. He said it's hammer time, Phoenix.
Hammer time. But then we get the triple threat match, or the 3-way match, whatever you want to call it, 3-way dance.
With a dream match.
Yes, this was weird.
Line.
But
really weird.
By the time it was done, I'm like, okay, cool. But going into it, I'm like, what are you talking about?
What's a
if
you win, you get a dream match? Well, you're the champion. Of course, you're gonna get a match. It didn't work out that way, though. Anyway,
kind of a weird.
Luchasaurus is a monster.
But in the middle of this, they announced the Portland, Oregon date, and I just literally popped out of my jeans.
Oh.
So, that was exciting for everyone.
Did I say what that Colt Van Jericho match went 8-14? I don't know if I said that.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm noticing a theme of these less than 10-minute matches tonight.
Yeah. Well, they got 6 matches on the card.
Yeah, I don't know how they squeezed all that in there, but...
Well, one of them was a very short one. But, they got Luchasaurus looking like a really good monster.
He did good here. This Jungle Boy stuff still just is not ending. He does a run-in. They do the obvious stage table prop. Like, as soon as I saw him going up the ramp, and the big weird AEW logo was just there off to the side, I'm like, yeah, we're setting up for a spot. And sure enough, that's what we got.
That tope spot, the double tope spot where he was supposed to catch them both in a choke slam.
Yeah, and he missed the one guy.
He didn't catch either one.
Yeah.
But then, like, Orange kept on it, and Fenix just fell down. I was like, "Aw,
it's too bad." Sad. They had good intentions, though.
No, I did say that Luchasaurus, they're building him like a good monster, and he does come off like a good monster, but he was not doing much for this match. Actually, he was kind of bringing this match down. So I think Jungle Boy, when he came out, he kind of saved this match, taking Lucha out of it. Because once he did, Pac and... I'm sorry. Pac is the one who ruined this match. Right. Orange Cassidy and Rey Fenix had a good match once Luchasaurus was out of it. It wasn't very long after, but... Anyway.
That's another discussion too, just kind of about Luchasaurus and like, should he do like big man stuff or should he try? Because, I don't know. I think he's much better suited trying to do more of the athletic stuff. I just think enough people have that like stale, like big man type style. And if he can get away from that at all possible, I think that would be good. But I know he has more people in his ear telling him he's got to work like a big guy, so.
Yeah.
It's just.
How long before the name Jungle Boy is just gone?
Next year, maybe? Maybe in
man.
January.
They're throwing out Jack Perry almost more often than Jungle Boy. It's ridiculous. Anyway, the finish was amazing.
I did not notice that, but
yeah.
OC wins with the orange punch.
Yeah, he Superman punched Superman. It was cool.
Right.
They were both in the air when the Superman punch landed.
It was almost like it was a total comic book.
Yeah.
Comic book finish.
Now, when you have a dream match, okay?
I have
when
a dream.
When you win a contract and you have a dream match, then you sit down and you think about it for a minute. You have a contract in front of you and you're like, dream match. Who would I choose for my dream match? That's not how it worked tonight, Fran. That's not how it worked.
Well,
tell them how it worked.
Well, after the Pac run in, we get Shibata.
Not the bread. It's Shibata, people.
Right. Not ciabatta bread, but Shibata. And
what's his first name, Brand?
Katsuyori. I think I did a pretty decent. I think I did a pretty good job of. I think I did a pretty good pronunciation job there.
I think that was good.
Close enough, right? But he's not just saving Orange Cassidy. No. Orange Cassidy decides that he's going to use the contract to face Shibata. Apparently, I don't really know too much about Orange Cassidy, but I guess it makes sense that, Shibata possibly his favorite New Japan guy. He was my favorite New Japan guy for a really long time. I don't think he works the same style anymore. Don't think we'll see a lot of that, strong style stuff from him in present day. He's not going to be taking a lot of it, obviously. But yeah, I am down with the Shibata. So I marked out for this just because I'm a Shibata mark.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Him and Orange Cassidy are homies.
Right. So they're connected in some way.
Yeah.
Probably, many ways. Because, he saved him at Forbidden Door as well. Kind of like his, kind of like a guardian angel of OC in a way. So I'm actually going to watch Rampage this week because I want to see this match, to kind of put it all in a nice, neat little package and send it off. That's what I'm thinking.
He was tag champions with Goto. I did not know that.
Orange Cassidy or Shibata?
Shibata.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, no. He won a few different titles in New Japan. I think you remember him being the never open weight champion for a while.
Yeah, he was never open weight 3 times, but I didn't know he was a
tag team dude
with Goto. That's pretty cool.
Well, they all, everyone has a tag team in New Japan, you know what I mean? Or 2 or 3 of them.
IWGP tag team champions. Not everyone gets those.
Right. No, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, so that's gonna be fun.
That'll be fun.
This next segment was weird.
Swerve and Rick Ross. Hey.
Yeah.
Swerve was actually with a guy I've heard of this time, so that was good.
It was annoying though. Rick Ross is annoying.
I don't really have an opinion on him either way. I think he's fine.
I like Rick Ross. His music, I liked some of his songs, but tonight he was very annoying.
They're partying. Keith Lee comes in. It's kind of the third wheel. And basically what I got out of this is this setup. They announced the 8-man tag for Is it Rampage or next week's Dynamite? I did not catch that part.
I think it's Dynamite.
Yeah, okay. So
Who's
next week's
behind
Dynamite.
the camera?
Right. I just thought it was the Gun Club.
I just thought it was just a regular camera guy.
Yeah. But apparently that's going to be a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Now here's the other thing. Swerve, is he going to the firm? Swerve to the firm?
Ultimately,
they're breaking up. I told you that once they lose this number one contendership match, this world title match, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're breaking up.
I don't even think they need to do anything else. Like Swerve literally probably just goes into the match and just like leaves him or something. You know what I mean? Like
kicks him in the balls.
As simple as that. You know, like I ain't even gonna try to win this match with you. I'm done with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you know this will probably be further perpetuated in this 8-man tag. I'd imagine the dissension between the two of them. Then we get Jade versus Marina Shafir.
The Problem.
This was a squash match, but Nyla Rose and Vicky did come out to do some live commentary for a second. I felt like I was in the Power Pit Performance Center for a second with the live commentary going on.
Taz says, "Don't worry, guys, our jobs are secure."
I didn't catch that, but that's great.
Yeah, I laughed.
That's a great line.
I liked how Jade stayed focused on the match almost the whole time.
That was
great. She didn't even look away. I thought that was really cool. Match only went 2:17, so
I can't wait for this match to happen because I think this angle, I've told you before, I hate this angle. Why can't Jade just get the belt back? You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
Kira Hogan, I thought this was very interesting. She was like lurking behind Nyla Rose, like she was Nyla Rose.
Right.
I was like, she was behind her. I was like, Kira Hogan, what are you doing? And like, that's a Nyla Rose thing to do.
She unsuccessfully tries to get the belt back for her.
Yeah, and it was savage. She just got knocked the fuck out. So, anyway, that was lame. So,
what is it, girl?
Let's see. Let me get this out. Do you think that Nyla Rose is going to beat Jade for the title? You think she's the one to do it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Good. I'm glad we're not on the same page. We're on the same page here.
If Nyla Rose can't beat Thunder Rosa or whoever, why she beat Jade? This whole angle is ridiculous. Like, it should be I don't know. I ain't gonna spend much time thinking about it or talking about it.
So when this finished, we got the best news of the night. The House of Black is still all elite.
There we go. Yeah, no, I was gonna ask you what the hell this meant. There was a hype video.
Exactly what it means. The House of Black is all elite.
There was a hype video for Joe and Cage there right before this, but yes, and then we got a House of Black vignette. Bunch of wicked looking stuff. And apparently they buried Malachi Black and now he is reborn.
I think they buried all of them, didn't they?
Did they bury all of them? I thought I only saw him buried at sea or whatever.
I thought they buried all of them, but either way, they're still all elite, and that's what I like.
Well, good for them.
Dark Julia Hart looks really hot for some reason.
Like I was telling you, it's I'm glad he didn't end up going back to WWE.
Yeah, and the thing is he was never going to. Just all the dirt sheets said he was. He said right after that he was never gonna go. He just wanted to hang out for a little bit. He was never planning on leaving.
Damn dirt sheets, tell you what.
Dirty Dave. He's like that uncle who only shows up every 4th birthday.
Maeve Deltzer.
Hey, we got a Full Gear match announced.
They officially announced Storm and Hayter, yes, which we kind of mentioned in passing earlier. They did a little mini vignette about it.
For the interim.
Make sure you get that interim in there, interim women's title. Then we get Joe and Cage in the main event.
I got a question for you. They said something. I think it was Shivani asked Taz that he managed both guys. When did Taz manage Joe?
I heard him say that. I can only guess this was a TNA thing.
Okay, I guess that could be a.
That's my best guess. I don't know when else it would have happened. You know what I mean? It's not like he was in Team Taz recently. It's not like he managed.
You're right. It had to be.
Definitely, yeah. Would have had, but I don't remember that. I don't remember Taz having a stable or managing anybody. Maybe he managed him for like a match or something as like a special deal. Don't know.
Let's see what I can find here.
Vito is on the hunt. He's gonna find it out.
I'm on the hunt. Or no, I'm actually getting in contact with our research team.
Research department, that's right.
Research department, and sending the note to them. And they're quickly getting back to me here. Yes, they just told me here. Slammiversary. I'm not sure of the year. I mean, they're not sure of the year.
Of course they're not.
Taz made his TNA debut and helped Joe beat Sting, thus revealing himself as the new advisor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and this is the main event Mafia Nation of Violence 2009-2011 run for Joe.
Wow. It took Taz that long to get to TNA? Holy crap, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing the TNA stuff a lot earlier than all that, but shows you what I know, folks. But we get Joe and Brian Cage. Kind of an interesting main event, but I like the fact that they didn't put Moxley in at the end, especially with an opponent like Moriarty. Cage basically dominated this whole match just to tap out to Joe's move there. I forget what it's called.
Coquina Clutch.
The Cocaine Clutch. The Cocaine Clutch.
The Cocaine Clutch. Both, you know what I liked about this match?
What's that?
Both those guys are big guys who can move.
For sure.
Brian Cage is a freak athlete. That Tope Con Hero that he did coming out of the pip, man, he landed on his feet and on top of Joe's back, which was kind of impressive.
I like Brian Cage, man.
Me too. Always have. He hit a 619 and a turning elbow, one right after the other. Great combo.
Remember first seeing him in Lucha Underground and thinking he was awesome.
He hit a pump handle face buster.
Oh yeah. That was very cool.
Yeah.
Very innovative.
I'm just saying, Brian Cage pulled out all the stops in this match.
For sure. He
to get choked out.
You're right. He dominated the match, took like 80-90% maybe even of the offense in this match, and then just taps out like so easily. I thought that was kind of weak, but other than that, good match.
His homies came out.
Gates of Agony hit the ring. Wardlow makes the save, and then Hobbs attacks Wardlow, and that's how we go off the air.
Wardlow, powerhouse spine buster.
That should be good, dude. Little Hobbs Wardlow action.
Think Hobbs can beat Wardlow for the TNT title?
That would be interesting.
You'd be okay with it or no?
I'm fine with it because as I was thinking, hearkening back to the last few months of, stuff that's happened, remember Wardlow dominated MJF at Double or Nothing or the show before that. So he's got to be one of the first opponents for MJF if he wins the title, right?
Yeah.
So you got to get that TNT belt off Wardlow. Why not Hobbs?
Ooh.
See?
I like that booking. Good booking, baby. Good booking.
I think that's
good booking, baby. That's good booking.
That's making Dusty proud right there.
Oh man. All right.
So yeah, that's built-in feud ready to go right there. They can continue on with that. So yeah, that's about all I got as far as that goes. Are you fine with it?
I like it now. I wasn't thinking about that, but I like it.
Yeah.
Of course, he doesn't beat MJF.
No, he can't. Or can he? No.
He can't. No.
No.
There's only one man. There's only one man that beats MJF for that title. And that's Kenny Omega.
Kenny the Cleaner.
Kenny the Cleaner.
We shall see. What are you rating this, V?
I was thinking about that before this conversation. I was thinking about 3.25.
Wow.
But I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go down. Actually.
Whoa! Really? Okay.
I just wasn't. This show just didn't bring it for me. It didn't seem like
not bringing it.
Like the Jericho Colt match was sloppy. The Rick Ross thing, that was annoying. I do like the triple threat match. I like what's happening with Death Triangle. There's gonna be some that story's cool. I like the Death Triangle story.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the 3.25.
You almost
3.25.
You almost had me convinced there because I actually had that exact same number, the 3.25. You almost convinced me to bring it down, but then I thought just now, you know what? As I was looking over my notes,
Jeff Jarrett is what keeps it there.
Oh yeah, Slapnuts himself.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it there because they announced a Portland, Oregon date for a TV, a live TV nonetheless.
Rampage and apparently Battle of the Belts.
And a Battle of the Belts, yes.
So let it be written, so let it come to pass.
Yeah. So let it be written, so let it be done. Kill the firstborn, Pharaoh's son. I'm creeping death. All right. I guess that's all we have on the words of James Hetfield there. We are out of here. Big Vito T, my man. Let's give it a 2 sweet. And also give me a scissor. Let's do this.
Scissor me, baby.
We didn't use our backgrounds this week. Maybe next week. The production team was on vacation. So.
All right. Happy birthday, Daddy Ass.